Okay guys, so this is the wig I'm going to be working with. It's very soft, it's 613 hair. I did get it off of AliExpress, so I'll be linking the link in the description bar below. Okay, to start I have a bucket of warm water and I have 2 of the Adore Sunrise Orange hair dyes and 1 of the Orange Blaze. Now I'm just putting on my rubber gloves. My beauty supply store only had extra small, so these gloves did not fit. I eventually ended up taking them off in the video. I'm taking the bottle of Sunrise Orange and emptying the whole thing in the warm water. And then I'm just going to take my dye brush and mix it up. Okay, so right here I just took a small piece of the wig and cut it off just so I could dip it and test to see if that was the right color of orange that I wanted. And to me, I thought that it was a little bit kind of like a faded orange, so I did want it a little bit more bright and vibrant. So I added the second bottle of Sunrise Orange and I'm just going to mix that in. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but this was definitely a lot brighter than the other side of the hair. It's hard to tell because I did it on the same piece, but I didn't want to keep cutting hair from the wig, so yeah. So now I'm taking the entire wig and I'm just going to dip the whole thing into the bucket of dye. I'm just going to take my hand and make sure I'm actually moving the hair to make sure the dye gets between almost every strand, and it's not a really big bucket. This is the biggest thing that I can find, so I'm working with what I got, you know. Now I'm just gonna let the wig sit here for about 5 minutes and then I'll come back to see if it took the color, and it took the color, but there were some spots in the middle of the wig. Like I said, the bucket isn't that big, so some parts in the middle of the wig didn't really take. That's why you see it's still kind of blonde. So I did go ahead and I emptied some of the water out and put a little bit more warm water in and added the rest of the Sunrise Orange. And since I didn't have any more of that color, I did take some of the Orange Blaze and put in there as well. So I'm just going to brush the wig to make sure, you know, it's not matted, and that way the dye can get the strands again. And I'm just going to sit it in here for 5 more minutes and come back. So this time it did take a lot better, but I guess I should have emptied the whole water instead of just some of it and then adding the dye. So what I did was I started with fresh, new, clear, hot water, and then I go ahead and pour the rest of the Orange Blaze into the dye. And originally I wanted to keep this one mainly for the roots because I wanted the roots to be darker, but I did still have some dye left over. It works out at the end. You'll see what I had to do. I'm going to put this back into the water and set for another 5 minutes. Y'all, I'm putting so much time and effort into this wig, but it's all worth it because look at that. This time it looks so bright and so orange. I'm talking Kim Possible, okay? And this time the color took a lot better, so I'm just going to go ahead and start moving on to the next step at this point. Right here, I'm just preparing the wig to be blown out. Like I said, I did want to make the roots a little bit darker, and I prefer to dye hair on dry hair instead of wet hair. I don't know if I'm the only one or if it's a rule like you're supposed to or not, but taking my blow dryer, I'm putting it on like the medium warm cool setting, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and blow it out. But you see how bright and orange this hair is? I'm freaking loving it. right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what the hair looks like all blown out. She is so cute. I'm going in with the Orange Blaze, and I'm just going to go ahead and touch up the roots so that I can darken them up a little bit. Okay, so this is what the hair looks like. I'm just going to let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and wash it out. Once I'm washing it out, I did tend to notice that it was still not really the color that I wanted. I couldn't tell if it was too dark or if it was too light, but eventually I ended up turning the knots kind of pinkish. Well, not the knots, but the roots. So I went to the beauty supply store and I got this neon orange hair dye from Kiss. It's the Tintation, and these are actually my favorite colors to dye hair with anyway. I don't know why I didn't get it. The beauty supply store by my house didn't have it, so I had to drive a little bit further. That's what I meant by it being pink. So I just wanted to let you guys know about my imperfections. We all mess up. I didn't want to make it seem like, I got everything right on the first try. We all mess up. So while I was at the beauty supply store, I did go ahead and get another bottle of Orange Blaze. So I'm just dipping the top half of the wig in, and I'm just going to sit that for about 5 minutes. And this time, it was perfect. I'm not gonna lie, the hair was just, as you can see, it's bright and orange, and the top is a little bit darker, as I preferred. So I'm going in with my scissors and I'm just touching it up a little bit, just trimming it, kind of layering it and stuff. Now I'm gonna take my chai hair oil spray, I guess. It's a heat protector for the iron. I'm just gonna run my fingers right through it, and I never really wear curls, so I guess I decided to just go ahead and wand curl it. So I'm taking my T-pins, I'm securing the wig onto the mannequin, and I got this wand curler from Amazon. I got it years ago. I don't even know what it's called. I'll just link it down below. I do like how it works. It's a pretty simple curling wand. It doesn't have like any interchangeable sizes, but this size tends to work. I like it. Now that the wig is all curled, I'm just going to take my hair pick comb and I'm just going to comb through it to comb the curls out. I actually liked how it turned out. Like I said, I really don't wear curls because I don't like how they look on me, but it wasn't like a tight curl, so I liked it. I also went ahead and took some hair mousse. I ended up using the Garnier Fructis hair mousse, and I just secured it so that it'll stay to one side because I just curled it any old type of way, but I ended up parting it because I like my part on the right, but I accidentally put it on the left, so I guess I'll be rocking it on the left. I'm taking my hot comb from the beauty supply store that I got, and I'm also just going to make sure that that lays down really nice because I don't want it to look all big and bulky, I'm just doing a little something with the baby hairs. I'm not really going to do them legit because I like to do my baby hairs once the wig is already secured on my head, but I did go ahead with that hair mousse and I'm just swooping the baby hairs just so it'll look nice while it's on the mannequin head and it's presentable enough to you guys. So this is the completed wig. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.